Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with Shanda Vander Ark. Now, last video, I think we covered all the body cam with Paul Ferguson, her son, and then we kind of covered a little snippet of her faking emotional when the police came. She was like, oh, he had on baggy clothes. She didn't know he was 69 pounds. But anyways, we have basically two detectives. Well, one is a detective, one is a sergeant. But they're gonna read back and forth, almost role play the two people, Shanda and Paul. They're gonna role play the text messages going back and forth, just to show you how much she's claiming to have forgotten. Because remember, her defense on the stand, she can't remember nothing. Like the PTSD and the ETSB and all the other D's and E's, and she can't remember shit because she has too many problems. Okay, so we're gonna see how much she can't remember. But anyways, people, appreciate y'all, all the Patreon members. I see you. Appreciate y'all, all the YouTube members. You guys are awesome. Let's go ahead and check this out.
June 19th, 5:23 p.m. Should he be laying down?
Yeah, it's fine today, I told him. You can do his bread with hot sauce at any time, though preferably sooner than later. Put more hot sauce than you did yesterday, please. And he has to eat at least 3 slices with hot sauce, but may have more, as long as they all have plenty of hot sauce on them.
There's a break there. June 21 at 8:03 p.m.
Headed home now.
KK.
How is everything? Did you make him eat his bread with hot sauce?
I was just about to get up to get it. How many?
4 with hot sauce that he has to eat, and he has...
She's so fucking anxious. So she's heading home now. It's like she's texting her girl or some shit. She's like, oh yeah, heading home now. Did you make him eat the hot sauce yet? Like, this is like, this is a highlight right here. This is like, you get home and you get to smoke that blunt, and it's like, fuck yeah, we're chilling now. For her, let's get on Timothy. Let's go fuck Timothy up. You know what I mean? Like that was her motion right there. That's crazy. And she's ugly. That's why I keep saying it's like, at least she, like, it doesn't mean anything, but it's like being ugly, like that ugly on top of being that evil. It's like, damn, bro. It's like a double L right there.
Another 4 without house sauce, but he has to do the hot sauce when first, and then set a timer for 30 minutes before he can eat the others. I found enough in change to get G some chicken nuggets and french fries from Burger King.
She's saying this crazy shit as she's getting the younger kid some food from Burger King.
$3 total, so we will be home as soon as I do that.
Next thread is June 27 at 5:28 a.m.
TUI and sorry, please don't damage the door kicking it. Trying to help you, but he has laid over now. He has moved around, so he got the cuffs in front of him instead of behind him. I put the cuffs back behind him. I will have to deal with less than 2 hours of sleep today, but not letting him get away with this BS.
Break. Next one is June 27 at 7:33 a.m.
Okay, he did well enough while I was driving to work to be able to put some clothes on. However, if he misbehaves bunch, you can take the clothes away. One other thing, do not let GCU get upset with Timothy, please. And remember, Timothy's camera is recording, so if he manages to fall asleep because of you not catching something, that's not going to end well for either one of you. Love you, sorry he's being so difficult.
Like, where do you even begin? This chick is crazy. Please don't let GCU being mean to Timothy. Like, what? So, like we thought, she has like a specific hatred for him, for reasons unknown. And I totally understand if it was like stepson, but not a stepson, birth son, taking care of him. Nah, he can't eat no food.
Next one starts June 27, 12:37 p.m.
You watching him close?
Yes.
Hey, good time for his other cold bath from you.
Start up again June 27 at 10:51 p.m.
Don't worry about responding, please. I am about to call it a night. Timothy is sitting in his room without his hands on his head, but he is sitting there and he doesn't get to sleep. Please give him another cold bath when you get home and make him sit in there for at least 30 minutes. Hopefully with him getting to sit there and not have his hands on his head, he will cooperate better. I will have the camera on overnight as well. I will leave the keys on the back of the couch so you can get him out of his room after you turn off the alarm.
You notice how long these text messages are? This is all they text about. Like, there's threads with them talking, and there's no breakage. Like, oh, what'd you eat for lunch? Oh, is work going okay? Like, you know, I'm about to get some food for y'all. What y'all need? No. Timothy? What's Timothy doing? Is he sleeping? Is his hands up? Did you ice bath him? Did you hot sauce him? That shit is crazy. Imagine that's a 15-year-old. I mean, how bad can you even be with his movement being the way it was, right? He's autistic. His movement's fucked up. How bad can you really be other than hopeless? Like, you know, you got to help him. I feel like she hated that she had to help him. That was the main problem. And that's like, I guess that's holding her back from her career she wants to do. She wants to be a lawyer, all this other shit. Must be holding her back. So fuck him. That's the only, it's not logical, but I feel like that was the logic she kind of made up in her head.
And then he can just put his clothes back on and just sit there after his bath. Hopefully you get to sleep more that way. Hopefully both of us do.
KK, if not, you'll have to hold me back from strangling a child.
Okay.
Next one starts June 29.
Remember, this is Paul, the one who was just forced to do everything. Yeah, that doesn't really sound like it.
And 7:13 a.m.
Just so you know, if he doesn't behave today, I had told him that I am basically turning him over to you from the time you get home today until at least Saturday morning. If he behaves, I will have you let him lay down for a couple of hours today, and then he already had earned having to stay up tonight as well. But if he doesn't behave, he will stay up tonight, tomorrow, and Friday night, and I told him I would let you deal with him if he doesn't behave and stay up like he's supposed to. Hope that's okay. It sure seems to motivate him.
Okay.
He just laid down again.
Okay.
Please go get him up.
Please go get him
Feel
up,
free
bro.
to dump some-
The sleep deprivation is some real ex-military shit. Like, where she got this shit from, I don't think they said there's anything in their search history, like she was looking up torture tactics or anything. This is straight up out of her head. You know what I mean? That was cooked up straight from Miss Vander Ark, however the fuck you say her last name. But yeah, some psycho shit right here.
some cold water on him. And even if he sits up right before you get there, or as you get there, I honestly don't care if you get a little rough with him. Are you going to get him? Please go ahead and turn the AC on. You will be warming up with your blankets, and that will make sure he doesn't stay too warm.
Okay.
I told Timothy he could rinse his eyes out once you got up. His eyes have been bothering him since last night a little bit. I just sent him to go do that. Please make sure
He's probably fucking hallucinating, not eating. Like, this at this point, they're doing the ice bath, so he's already under 100 pounds, right? Yeah, I mean, bro is probably hallucinating. His eyes are bothering him. Like, give him some protein. They're giving him straight bread and hot sauce. What type of shit is this?
you get G down to his room before you leave. And for the love of all that is good and holy, please close the laundry door. Please close the laundry room door. Is the AC turned on?
This is all they talk about. This is all they talk about. Shift, finish working, talk about Timothy, get home, fuck with him, depart again, talk about Timothy. Like, she was obsessed with him. I think, what's his name? Paul, he just enjoyed being a dickhead, but she was obsessed with this little kid for reasons
Resumes on
unknown.
June 29, 8:25 p.m.
Trust me, I know he's thin. That being said, he told me a week and a half ago that he wanted to be thin to make me feel bad for punishing him. And you don't get to grump at him for that, though. I already lit into him plenty for it.
Of course he did.
Yeah, so while I want to fix it, he will get most of his calories from plain bread and rice for now, for pulling that. He will get plenty of calories, but not get to enjoy them that way, you know?
KK.
So yeah, we'll tell you more about what he can eat later.
I hate to be insensitive, but can you come out here and deal with Timothy? He tried to steal some chips, and I'm not going to deal with him right now.
ASAP.
Start again June 30, 12:25 p.m.
Once he fixes the camera, we'll leave y'all alone to get stuff done.
And he's already pushing every one of my buttons.
What is he doing?
The whole shaking and I need support crap, and I'm ready to slam him into the ground. He also wet the bed and is covered in urine. Would you say a 5-minute shower with the curtain open so I can watch?
What the fuck?
Well, first you're not gonna slam them anywhere, and you can write him a cold bath, and he needs to wash up, and then he'll need to find clean clothes that don't fall off of him. And then G needs a bath as well anyway.
No, pause it right there. Clean clothes that won't fall off of him. Keep in mind, he was like a chubbier kid. What type of clothes are gonna fall off of him? That's how skinny he was. That's fucked up. Nah, that's super fucked up.
And he will need to wash his sheets, and he will need to wash the tarp.
And again, Paul was always like that little weirdo kid, the creepy one that wants to do like actual violence to people and shit. His dad knew about that. I feel like he kind of kept those two apart because they lived together before. But when he came to her house and they realized what type of time each other they were both on, I feel like that's what really made them that's what really made both of them take it that far, because the other one's not telling each other to stop, right? The other one's not telling me to stop. She's telling, oh, you could get rough with him if you need to. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, they kind of like, they for sure bounced off each other.
So you need to fold the tarp up to make sure nothing comes on the carpet, and probably take it out back where he could take one of the green and yellow sponges that aren't as nice and some awesome cleaner and scrub the tarp. Sure, 5-minute shower where he can scrub and you can watch his fine as well, but it has to be a cold shower. You can tell him he gets it cold because he should not be wetting the bed. And please check the carpet and see if he needs to clean that too. There is some different awesome cleaner for carpet that he can use if he needs to. He will need to use a different green and yellow sponge for that. I do not want him using my nice sponges for either of those.
Okay.
Make sure he gets the sheet and his clothes, and
She's just going and going and going. Even Paul is just giving her one-worded answers like, okay, okay, okay. She's just going and going and going. Like, fuck, just come on home and make him do it then. You're on the phone already, constantly at work, about Timothy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? She's weirdo of the year.
any other
And just
dirty
started.
clothes into the laundry and washed ASAP, please.
Okay, now the camera is getting on my nerves. It won't stay where I put it.
Just get him in the shower first, and then we will worry about the camera right after that. If you need another box for the camera, fine. Just want it working soon if possible. And probably a good idea to get Timothy some bread. He can wait on rice till after G's ball game.
And then a break.
We resume June 30 at 2:52 p.m.
Did you move the pizza out of Timothy's reach before he start working in the kitchen and you aren't watching him? And you're on a device, it looks like.
I did my part. He's just being annoying, and I check on him every minute.
Lovely. I made the mistake of leaving the speaker on for the camera. Why are you screaming? He sure seems to have recovered quickly.
Right?
The fake shaking is about to drive me insane, though.
Yep.
Wow, he moved way quicker all of a sudden. I have repeatedly asked him that was what I thought it was, and he denied it over and over again. Tell him I now know for sure he lied to me repeatedly about what that was on the floor of his room.
He was probably sneaking food. And they're saying, "Oh, I can't stand his fake shaking, his fake shaking." They keep saying the fake shaking. That they're literally just telling themselves bullshit to trick themselves or something. I don't know, because obviously bro is not faking like any of this. Oh, the fake shaking is getting on my nerves after you haven't fed him for like properly for months. Come on now.
He needs to put what he collected in the trash in the garbage. He can stand there like this for a long time but not walk normally. He doesn't shake at all for a while standing there, and then apparently remembers he thinks he should be shaking and starts doing it.
Break. Resume on July the 1st at 12:33 p.m.
Has Timothy stopped the fake stumbling yet?
The fake shaking. Oh, now it's the fake stumbling. And he's just faking everything. The 15-year-old is the best conman in the fucking world. Even though he's probably like 80, 70 pounds at this point. Yeah, no. He's faking it, though.
It might be best if you give him like 4 pieces of bread to eat before he starts work. Just make sure he stands up while he eats them, please. That way he has no excuses.
No, and I literally yelled into the speaker for 5 minutes to get him to wake up. Then I had to go drag his butt out bed, which is harder than it sounds because it reeks of urine down there.
Okay, well, his small room and probably the rest of the downstairs after he cleans it up need to be steam cleaned. Get the big steam cleaner that is somewhere in the garage. You'll probably saw it when you cleaned it up. And get that whole area down there steam cleaned, please.
Okay. Resume July 1st at 4:03 p.m. I'm ready to kill Timothy.
You know what time I get off. What's wrong now?
I'm not gonna, but he left his peed and pooped in underthing in the freaking bathroom and I stepped in it.
The camera in his room needs picked up, please. Ugh. Lots of hot sauce on bread for that.
I cleaned my foot, but I'm already at my limit.
He shouldn't be doing anything in those, much less both. Grr. Where is he currently?
On the
The
wall.
amount of fucking effort it is. I mean, you're stepping in shit. The kid's peeing himself. I mean, the amount of effort to be evil is crazy. Instead of just letting them use the bathroom for more than 2 minutes. Literally 2 minutes. Like, I don't know. Something really went off about her. They're
Wall
gonna change the
downstairs.
camera and turn to her eventually. Hold on. Let me throw up a picture. Something about this lady. It just went off the tracks a long time ago.
Has anything been accomplished?
He cleaned the kitchen, if that's what you mean.
All of it or just the dishes? And will I approve if it's clean or...
I had him clean the counters and do the dishes.
Okay, that's not an answer, but anyway, gotta work. We'll see if I'm pleased when I get home or not. Is he finally walking normally? He can have bread with hot sauce on it. Does need bread though.
I already given 4 pieces of bread earlier. I know he's not walking fine. He's still doing a whole wonky walk.
Do 4 more pieces of bread with hot sauce on them, please. Do me a favor and go ahead and fix him a cup of rice. Instead of using water, use mostly chicken broth. There is some broth in the fridge. Try to get all the way up to the cup with broth, and then if you need a little bit more than a cup of liquid, just be safe, use water. But don't tell him he did that. It's a few extra calories.
Okay. Resume July 2, 2:32 p.m. What do I do if he doesn't finish within the assigned time?
Hot sauce.
So apparently this hot sauce isn't just Carolina Reaper. It's also Trinidad Scorpion Chili Pepper.
Yep.
Start over July 2 at 3:07 p.m.
Groceries are here. Don't leave Timothy you unattended, but don't want anyone seeing him either. He's walking slightly better.
Start back up July 5 at 7:17 a.m.
Forgot to tell you this before I left. Timothy was doing his fake stumbling and falling last night, of course. So I decided to prove.
They have a code word for him dying. It's called fake stumbling and fake shivering. The fuck? It's not. I like how they keep saying like, oh yeah, fake stumbling. Yeah. That's what we're gonna call it, guys. That's the code word for it.
Once again, how fake it is. I asked him if he would stop doing that, if he can eat a whole pizza by himself, and he said yes, of course. And then I told him how obvious it was that it was fake, and he had just proven that yet again. And
That's not proving anything. He's saying if he had some fucking food, he would stop shaking. I think that's what pretty much happens, you know? When you start getting nutrients, your body stops eating itself.
He just looked down and didn't respond. When are you going to the bike shop? And please let Timothy go to the bathroom and then put him back in his room with the alarm on when you go. G can be in his own room.
Start back up July 5 at 12:05 p.m.
Make sure you get Timothy some bread and water.
KK.
If you want him to sit in his room with his hands on his head, that's fine, but Timothy does not get to lay around all day. Have you fed him yet?
Not yet. I was literally about to.
Okay, TY. G is hovering right outside Timothy's store, which might cost Timothy to take even longer because he will claim he was blocked from getting out. Timothy's door, Siri. Just so you know, Timothy hasn't budged. What is his problem?
AUG.
Sorry. Please make sure you lock both front and back doors when you leave.
KK. Sorry, I'm just really, really done with this crap.
I understand. I am well past on with it as well. I know this is a big favor to ask. Please make sure you go down there regularly to make sure he is not asleep before you leave. Maybe we should leave the light on. That way it will be harder for him to fall asleep. I really, really, really do not want you to lose hours at work, but I am about to have you call in, at least until I can get home.
They're gonna. So she goes to the court and says, "Oh yeah, after the stroke of her husband, yeah, she's living check to check. Can't really do. All the bills are behind. Can't even get a single bill on time. Okay, cool. You have your son working, helping out the family, doing all this extra shit. But nah, call in until I get home because you know he has to do what he's supposed to do. He has to do his chores and you have to make sure he eats his hot sauce bread. Psychopath lady, bro." And I mean, the looks of that car, the looks of the house, when I tell you, you look in that house, you know she's a psycho because, I mean, that's just, if you look in the history of psychos, they're usually pretty messy. Jeffrey Dahmer was messy as fuck. She's messy as shit. What's the other guy's name? I can't remember his name, but yeah, she definitely gave off psycho vibes.
Trust what he's going to try and pull today. I can't believe he keeps getting worse and worse with his stupidity. Now he's refusing to answer me, so go through some cold water on him as well.
Okay.
Please do the water now. He is being beyond stupid.
Okay.
I really don't want G seeing him like that with no clothes on. Question mark, question mark, question mark. You are not reading my messages. Please go back and read them and then go turn the light back on.
Oh, sorry.
Please make sure you go back and read all of my messages that I wrote just a couple minutes ago because they are important. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I can't work like this when he's doing this. And there's no telling what he'll do when you leave, and I don't want to risk G seeing him like that with no clothing on. Why is he doing this to me? Am I not going through enough already? Feel free to go dump more cold water on him. He moved over where he's not laying in what you dumped on him earlier. Go dump more cold water, Siri. I'm willing to bet he's going to move to adjust himself soon. Is it mean to ask you to turn his body slightly where he said would go over the side of the top backwards, that would be even less comfortable. He just adjusted to make himself more comfortable. Perfect. He thinks he can outlast us.
He thinks he can outlast us. That's a crazy statement. That in itself is a crazy fucking statement. What kind of a competition are we running here, ma'am?
Are you still down there watching him?
Yes.
He's moved a little bit to make it less uncomfortable. Yeah, he's moved a couple of times now to try to get more comfortable. Am I imagining things, or has he already moved a little bit again?
I'm done. I can't deal with him anymore.
Why are you saying that? How can he lay there like that for any length of time? Ugh. If you need to put clothes in the dryer, please do real quick.
He's doing this to tick us off and make us give up. And at this point, I'm ready to beat him within an inch of death and go to work.
Look at her shaking. Look at her shaking her head. No, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that. Man, she is such a bitch. Oh my God.
And that is exactly what he wants you to do. He will not last us. I can promise you that. I have the screen muted because I have to right now, but feel free to let him know that he will not outlast us, and that comes directly from me. But definitely time to switch the loads anyway, so take some deep breaths and go do that. Is he still acting like he's staring straight ahead?
Yes.
This is getting beyond pathetic, but he will not win this. Not gonna happen. Sorry, had to step out of my office for a couple of minutes. Did you swap the loads?
Yes.
Might be time to dump more cold water.
The way he responds to her, yes, no, yes, ma'am, no, okay, okay, yes, yes, like her little fucking drone. It's actually sad. Her little robot drone doofus that has no brain cells that just does what she says. That's exactly what bro is. And it's so pathetic. It's not even sad. It's just pathetic, bro. Pathetic.
Make sure it doesn't go outside the tub, and maybe force him to drink some more. Did you say something after my comment about showing it's fake?
Yes.
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I just agreed.
Oh, okay. Crazy thought. Tell him if he actually sits up by himself and stays sitting up, he will get some pizza rolls. Don't tell him it's only 2 rolls, and I'm okay if they are frozen rather than cooked.
Okay.
Calm down, sweetie. He is trying to get a reaction out of you. Just splash water on him occasionally for now. I will let you know when I am on my way home. I have to stop for gas on the way, or I will run out about 15 miles from home. But I will make that a very quick stop and grab you and then head out. He's determined to be a pain, isn't he? Odd question. He's ticklish, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just moved his head, by the way. Go tickle him mercilessly.
Well,
What the fuck?
he was ticklish.
Wouldn't surprise me if he had enough determination to resist right now. Was worth a shot, like I said.
Enough determination to resist? You mean he's so fucked up and can't even do nothing about it? He can't resist. You notice how she's just like tricking her mind, and they're both tricking themselves into like, oh yeah, he's just being stubborn. Oh yeah, he just won't listen. Oh yeah. Come on, guys. That's complete. Yeah, that's crazy. She was like, yeah. He has the willpower now. He hasn't eaten shit, basically. He hasn't eaten shit for weeks. But he has that willpower to resist the tickles now. No, it's because he's within an inch of his life, ma'am.
He's moving his head. ...
I'm done. I'm not dealing with him for another second today, or I might snap.
Chill out and just keep an eye on him so he doesn't sleep, and keep doing this splash of water occasionally, please. And keep an ear out for the dryer so you know when your clothes are dry. Calm down. You're okay. Try dealing with all of this from a distance. Just do whatever asked as far as keeping him awake and splashing him with water, and you'll be fine. If you need to wander away for a minute, go move that one camera back downstairs where it was And then please take it to the shower curtains off the bar in the downstairs bathroom.
She's coaching, little idiot. She's coaching dum dum. You're okay. Take a deep breath, okay? Try to do it from far. Try to, okay? You're good. As long as you splash some water in his face, you'll be good, okay? Don't worry about it. You got this, champ. Come on. Come on, peps up. Let's go. Get back in that game. All right, let's go. You got this. Yo, this lady is, and the reasons why are so unknown. That's what really hits me with this case. We just don't know what possessed her to be such a bitch to her 15-year-old, a psycho.
For tonight, so he doesn't have those to cover up with. I'm serious about making him sleep in here tonight. There tonight. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Okay, I got it.
When you go to remove the shower curtain, please remove everything else from that bathroom that he could mess with. He's not getting diddly squat to mess around with tonight.
Okay,
And he needs cold water dumped on him at least one more time before I get there. I was talking to you on camera. Is he still trying to stare off into space?
yes.
No, he's not trying to stare off into space. He's staring off into space. You feel me? You understand what I'm saying, right? Like, yeah, no, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And they're like, is he still trying to? Is he still fake trembling? It like, man, I'm gonna cut it right there. That's crazy. The sort of delusion that she's creating for the both of them to live inside of is wild. It's crazy. But anyways, people, we're gonna come back with some more little installments. But this was one of the ones where it's like they're reading this, but there is a binder full containing thousands of text messages about this kid. So think about that. We're just getting the spicy points, the little sneak previews, the little tidbits. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot. Like, it's almost like for the past year, their lives revolved around making his life as miserable as possible. So, yeah, I just wanted to point that out to y'all. And, like, damn, may all of Timothy's demons haunt this woman forever. I don't even know if she has remorse. I hope she does. I hope it haunts her. I hope it eats her up at night. But maybe it doesn't. Who knows? She might be that type of lady. But anyways, people, I love you guys, man. Shout y'all out. Shout out the new members who've been checking out the channel as well. I love you guys as well. And yeah, we're going to keep it moving. See you in the next one. Stay inside. Stay safe. I'm out of here.